In 1 year, Nick Mwendwa believes they have done a lot of things despite the fights the Federation is having with the Kenyan Premier League Limited. What was inherited a year ago was a shell operating from 2 rooms at the Nyayo National Stadium.
We came to office where there was nothing really, and where so much needed to be done. So what we did is that we needed to put our house in order. So we put together a secretariat, a proper one. And we employed the right people to get the job done.
Those getting the job done is a team of 34 people operating from Kandanda House, built in the first phase of the FIFA Gold Project for African nations. On to development matters, Mwendwa says that for the first time the Federation launched a youth development structure for the under-13s and under-15s across the country, costing a whopping 15 million Kenya shillings.
Buying balls, paying referees, doing all those things, reorganizing them, having small leagues being played at the grassroots for kids, the biggest thing you could do.
That is as far as the youth leagues are concerned. The under-17s exist in the form of a national team and not active leagues, same as the under-20 that has played several friendly matches, including Friday where they lost 2-0 away to Senegal. Though there are no leagues, at least the national teams are active.
We never used to have those kind of teams before without competitions. Now we're playing in friendlies for the youth categories.
On the national football team, the Harambee Stars, Nick Mwendwa and his team appointed Stanley Okumbi as the first coach. This was a carefully crafted gamble, calling him the first coach to leave room to hire a head coach, but also clever enough to leave him in charge in case the gamble paid off.
We cannot say that we'll never have another coach, because coaching, as you know, sometimes has its own issues. But our target is to have this coach go with this team to the 2022 World Cup.
It was Russian roulette as Zukombi lost the first 2 matches at the beginning of the year, only to steady the ship and go unbeaten for the rest of the year, a good 9 months and counting. This reflected on the FIFA World Rankings.
But our national team once again moved from 129 ranking to 86th. Huge step that we made in the year. We now have a team, we have a bench, we have a way of working. Government invested so much money last year and paid for the team. And we played big nations, Zambia, Uganda. We played away and home, Congo.
The national women football team, the Harambee Starlets, shocked the continent by qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations. It was a baptism by fire at the event, losing all matches despite being the most prepared team at that event. According to Mwendwa, this edition was not for winning. Qualification was key.
And that changed a lot of things for us. Our organization around the women game and how we would like things done, the mediocrity that was there in the game, and having sponsors coming back to the game again.
The thorny issue of club licensing started in 2006, but it is being implemented now. It caught many clubs unawares, most of them scrambling to beat the deadline to comply. It finally claimed 2 clubs from the top-tier league, Moroni Youth and Sofapaka, who are relegated from KPL by the Federation. But why all this noise about club licensing? How does it help our football?
Now you're seeing players' welfare, you're seeing youth issues, you're seeing structures around clubs, you're seeing separation of powers in clubs where you have a clear leadership.
FKF owed 180 million Kenya shillings to various people and institutions when Nick Mwendwa took over. As soon as they settled at Gold Project, Kandanda House, trouble came knocking.
More people continue to go to court and get orders. Some people have vacated their debt. And it will take another 2 years to get out completely, financially, as a federation.
It is one of the 4 years done. And Nick Mwendwa feels the best he can give Kenya is a legacy that will thrive no matter who is at the helm of our football.
And build an institution that stands the test of time, that stands when Nick Mwendwa is not there. That's what my job is, to build an institution that leaves the time, that when I will not be here, this institution would fly.
The second year starts this week and the Federation's plate is full. Focus, though, will be on the preparations for the CHAN 2018 that Kenya is hosting, and of course, qualifiers for the Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon in 2019.